In a perfect world, every time that they would want to go out and drill somewhere, they would ask us to come in and do it first. Because we can cover a lot more ground, we can tell you where to drill, and it's more efficient. That's not how it works. We always come back after they took off all the virgin soil, got down to rock, put big piles in the middle of everything, and now they want to know what they want to know. So that's where it reduces the risk of construction delay. We still do soil borings and test pits. We just use geophysics to connect the dots. So I don't know what you guys know about putting pipelines through. I know it's all controversial, but there's a big pipeline going through Ohio right now, and we didn't do landslide. Was it? I think we were going because they were concerned about mines underneath it, where it had been mined, and mine maps show that there were mines that were under where they along their pipeline. So we would did a lot for that. When they started working on Amazon at the airport, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the site, but Arrow Parkway used to be trees and woods and lots of places for bats to live. Well, they wanted to start getting information, but we weren't allowed to go in and start drilling until after the bat hibernation season was. So we did some ERI through where they were concerned about soft soils and stuff, and we did some REMI over some sites for seismic. So that's where, I mean, yeah, wooded areas. So we'll get a lot of places where they're considering buying something. The client's considering buying this area. That's kind of what was at Horse Cave. They were considering buying it, but they wanted to make sure that what they wanted to put there would go there without falling into a cave. Well, they haven't bought anything yet, so you can't go in and bulldoze some farmer's trees. So that's where we came in, and we weren't allowed to cut anything bigger than that.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
You guys, we did that dam down at Elk Lake down.
Oh yeah, we did do that. And then they did dye tracing with that too.
In Kentucky, that they're losing water through the lake. Well, God, it's interbedded shale and limestone with silty soils and clays. What do you think is going to happen when you put in a dam made of that stuff? So here's the EM on a UTV.
I've never used it on a UTV. That would be so nice because it's like heavy and awkward. It's like the ones I've used have only been like 6 feet long on both sides. But Jared said you've worked with ones that are like 11 feet long, haven't you? The tubes.
I think I've used that one.
But they're just like heavy and awkward.
There's the long one and then a short one, and
I think I've only used the short one. But those are pretty cool after like whenever Kyle does all the data and stuff.
and
It's
you
cool
can
looking
see
at it
how it
after.
kind of, you get like a contour of what.
Because it has a GPS on it, so.
Like here's something they did a landfill, so you can see the edge of the bedrock is all very low conductivity, and then once you get into the fill, it gets high.
Go out of Amazon and use that really little tiny GPR, and you have to like walk it really slow so it'll collect the data. And I had to walk. I did it for 2 days. I think each day I walked 15 miles because you have to, when you do GPR, a lot of times you do the grid. So this one I had to do like I think I did either 5 or 10 feet, but yeah, I walked like 15 miles. So wear comfortable shoes when you do GPR.
Another thing you can do with seismic is P-wave, which is you'll go out and you'll put your array out and you take shots off the end, off the beginning, or off the end, in the middle, not the middle. So like the first quarter, the middle, the third quarter, and then off the end. And the way it processes, then you get this 2D profile, which you get the velocities off the rock, and they use this for bedrock rippability. So they had a sinkhole opening up right here, and they wanted to know where they should go out and air track drill. They were getting ready to put in a new athletic center onto their old athletic center. So I went out and did 5 MASW lines parallel and then one there, and I actually did EM over it too. But as you can see, so bedrock, and when we model it, it's kind of this blue, light blue. And anytime you see the white, then you get some sort of reversal. So they're thinking like bedrock floaters, sinkhole, maybe a void, and a void over there. And they went back and air tracked it and found voids. A hillside in West Virginia. To get to this site, you pulled up to this abandoned house where these people had decided that they didn't have to have trash collection. For 20 years, they probably threw their trash over the hill. They had to walk through it to get to our line. And the best part about it was one of the drillers that is a complete pain in the butt came out there with his drill rig, and then he went out there and had to shovel all that garbage. I said, should we go help him? So keep that in the back of your mind. For every project that you do, we'll either get a request for a proposal, or there will be an email, or some engineers talk to somebody and an email sent. Look, this is what we want done.
What's the typical hiring process with Terracon or other?
So for me it was kind of different because like Jared already worked there, and then I thought my interview was kind of just like a meet and greet, honestly, because I thought I kind of already had the job. So we took a field trip though to Terracon, so like I kind of was familiar with the area, like the labs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I just met up with, when it was me, I met my boss, and I already knew Jared, and I met the department manager, like just the ones that I would be working with on the geotech side, and we just walked around and talked about stuff. It was just like a one-time thing, because I know some people go through like multiple interviews, but for me it was just the one. But Jared hired me because I was on time for every class, and I like showed up to every field trip, and the other dude was like late and just always had an excuse. So people hire you based on that too, not just what you look like on paper.
Sometimes you'll get an email saying, hey, can you come do this? Like with known clients that we have. And they're going to give it to us. But you just have to put something in their hand so they can put it in their boss's hand, and all these boxes get checked. And then there's other things like open bids, and you'll get an RFP and you'll have to go through it, and the companies will be like, well, can you be here? How many people you got? Can you be here when you want us here? Can you give us our report in time? What was it? When you went to Florida last year, I think they requested the proposal on like a Monday. They wanted to know if we were awarded the job, would we be able to be in Florida with all of our equipment the next week with like 2 crews running.
Hey Pam, how's it going?
Good.
Your class over? I don't know how you taught that class in 7 weeks.
teaching geophysics class.
Where were you when Neelish and I were doing this in the Senate?
What?
Where were you when Neelish and I were doing this in the Senate? Yeah, with our equipment. I shot the field. When I tested our system, it took me an hour, over an hour. An hour. You know,
That's what they're doing now. They kind of participate in that, not like
it's gonna create a source inside.
yeah.
Very.
So this is create like inside.
But when they connect it, what is that for? This is a cable.
So this is that's the process. So that's identifies the plant in the center of the line.
So that means they have hammer this location.
Yeah, but there is a zero. No, you just hammer the so this hammer is going to make sure that the hammering is done in the right way because sometimes the waves can be small.
But it's a they have a very or is that giving like a relatively solid ground? Not any, because this is kind of like will make the heatings not that stronger because they have some sort of layers.
Yeah,
of
so
glass.
you want to make sure that it's well covered so there's a lot of moisture. Yeah. So in some cases maybe you have to maybe not talk
Is
about
that in progress or maybe just to find out the place?
Yeah. I didn't know that the
Yeah, they're like rewards. That's because like they're so easy to break.
Show them, you got everything plugged together. I show them how to plug together.
Yeah, basically we just plug this stuff together. I didn't know what I was supposed to say. So this is like sometimes what happens when you talk about the field. Like nothing ever hardly. This is a brand new set, so this is nice. But when you get old sets, sometimes you just kind of like it doesn't work, you have to put everything, unplug it, plug it back in, and just like. But this one's brand new, so we don't have that problem.
Data cable that goes from the computer to
geo. It has this little box on it. You got to make sure that the battery's good and it's powered up. Chloe likes her little baby.
That's the only one I can find.
The other one's on the desk.
But we do have like a shear wheel. I don't know if you want that.
What's that?
Plate for the shear wheel.
No, we'll use that one.
Big target. Nice big target. The plate's a nice big target.
Right? Well, that's why you put your foot there.
Yes.
Yeah. Keep it bouncing. Yeah, hold it.
Best part is the hands and fingers, they help absorb the energy, so keep everything tasty. So, like, stable.
Everybody. Go ahead and break. Go ahead, Jimmy. So you'll see how much goes on here. Do it again. And more watch these. See how the peaks get longer. So it's all stacked. Take it up. And they have so many lines. We always say your line number first, then your always is 1,000. If you got 100 meters, which allows you to strengthen the dead rock. The high blocking. Basically high blocking rock. Right. Right. So well, if you, to get your shear wave of 100 feet, your line has to be, well, it ends up being 290 feet long. Spacing. That's how you get to the with this, it's 120 feet. So a third of that. But with the software, with the internet stuff, it'll show it. Yeah, I mean that's basically how we collect revenue. And every anybody got any questions, concerns, think I'm blowing smoke?